what? Just say it, James. Say that you don't like Black Adam because of his race.
I watched
Say
Black
it.
Adam.
Say you don't like it because of his race.
Look me in the eyes when I say it, JD. Pull up Discord and look me in the eyes.
I'm looking at you in the eyes right now.
If you were...
Welcome to the podcast where we talk about anything and everything that comes out of the crapshoot. I'm your host, JD. This is my co-host.
A new form of revenge born from hate and rage.
James. I call him James. Everyone else calls him Jimmy or Justice. And a lot of things have happened this week.
Tell them the man in black sent you.
Well, first things first, I want to address something that I was caught off guard with. But you sent me that TikTok of Chris Pratt.
Daryl.
Of Chris Pratt being like, it's a me, Mario. That's not going to be the voice. And then like it zooms out and it's like bottom text. It was the fucking voice. And then the Scatman song starts playing, the beep bop bop bada boop. Beep bop bada boop. Beep bop bop bada boop. So I was like, hey, that was a great song. And whoa, who are you? Where did James go?
So hot in this room, my fucking my skin is just pure water.
I'm sure it is. So anyway, I looked up that song.
Yeah, Scatman.
I was like, yeah, the Scatman song. It was called like Scatman's World.
Right.
And it's a banger of a song.
Absolutely.
But it turns out that song is age restricted.
What?
Yeah, Jays.
Why?
I have no idea. If I had to guess, there is a naked black kid in the music video. So I guess maybe that's why. Huh? Yes, there is. Mm-hmm. That's probably what I guess. I have no idea though.
I mean,
but the funny thing is that music video is actually really wholesome because I didn't know this, but apparently Scatman, I don't know what his name is.
Scatman Crothers. Yeah,
Scatman Crothers. His whole like background was pretty wholesome where apparently he had like a really bad stutter as like a kid. And he really liked music, but he couldn't sing because his stutter was so bad.
His stutter?
No, so he played piano for like 30 years. And then after he turned 50, he was like, I can like scat. So I'll do that and sing. And I know he can like rap-ish pretty fine, but kind of like talk in a melodic way. He could talk in a melodic way just fine. And I didn't even know he had a stutter. So I think he nailed it. Great job, dude. And that particular music video, Scatman's World, was pretty wholesome too. It was all like I think the message was all like, we're all one people, don't discriminate based on race or something. And YouTube was like, fuck that shit, and then you hit him with the age restrict.
Well, yeah, YouTube's extremely racist, JD. I mean, look at
no, that's not true though. That's not true though, because you know what music video is not age restricted?
What?
WAP by Megan Thee Stallion.
Well,
and Cardi B.
There's nothing wrong with WAP.
Are you sure? So Scatman World is age restricted as a music video, but
because there's a naked black boy in it.
But WAP is not.
Because there's no naked black boys.
Huh? You're right. There's just naked. There's just nearly naked black ladies instead.
Yeah, completely fine.
Yeah, adult black ladies too. That's fine, I guess.
I hear your mother in the background. Is she upset that you mentioned another race?
Maybe start busting down my door that I've closed and like, what the fuck are you talking about? We don't mention that kind of shit. We don't talk about that in this household.
POV, your mother hearing your son mention another race.
You mentioned another race. Well, James, that's what I wanted to say right before we begin. Do you have something to talk about? Because the last couple episodes were kind of dominated by me, so.
I mean, we've got plenty full of topics. I mean, I got
sure.
just to name them all here so that people know what's coming.
Sure.
The Rooster Teeth situation.
That's probably going to be the main one for the.
That's going to be the main one.
Mm-hmm.
Greg Lands,
I don't know
who traces.
I'm not sure how many people know about Greg Lands. I certainly didn't.
It's just a funny topic. Like
But
once you find
here's the
out,
thing
you're
that I've
like, oh
noticed,
god.
James. Here's the thing I've noticed, James. A lot of my audience are very similar to you and very different from me.
Ah, my people.
So I could say that a lot of the audience are probably Rooster Teeth fans, or they know, or they like Rooster Teeth a
Probably.
lot, watched it a lot when they were kids, something like that.
Well, JD, if they're a lot like me, then they won't
Hmm.
be on Rooster Teeth's side when we talk about this.
Well,
But
if
hold
you
on,
are on
before
Rooster
we
Teeth's side, you'll
bef-
have to comment. So
before yes, but
like
before we get
and then
into this,
comment.
like
Hmm.
and comment, subscribe,
Exactly.
and I got a new gun.
What the
No,
fuck
you
is
don't
that?
understand.
You picked up like it looks like a brick.
Oh, do you mean the briefcase gun?
Dude, I was about to say I remember that shape from somewhere, and it was like this dude who was like he was like it looked like he was designing a bag that had like a chain on it. He put like the Gucci symbol onto it, and it was like this
Oh
leather,
god, that
this black leathery bag. And then all of a sudden, it cuts to him unlocking it, and it turns into a gun, and it cuts off right there.
I mean, this is essentially what it is.
The
So
foldable
you
gun,
could, yeah, you could. It's also not a real gun,
of course.
because it's only a prototype. It's never like been actually like, yeah, here it is. Here's it properly working. Here's it on the commercial market. This is just purely prototype, proof of concept type thing.
Yeah.
Which there are folding
So that
Glocks that
okay.
fit in your pocket.
Mhm.
But this specifically is the FMG9,
Yeah.
which
And
is
it's
the
not like an
briefcase gun.
actual gun right now yet.
No, it is a shell ejecting toy gun
Hmm.
for the film, and I really wanted it, and it was one of the ones I was going to get initially. But the shop I was going to buy it from literally shut down, and like all the guns that were on it that I was going to get for the film could
So
not
you
get
just
anymore.
took another L at that point. It's just
Yeah, that blue Glock that I showed you was
yeah.
the only thing I was able to get from the shop. Like it
Before it
was,
shut down.
I made that purchase, then the next day the entire shop shut down. And it was like I was
That's
gonna like
awesome.
they had
How do
so
you feel
many.
that your purchase was probably one of the last products of a shop?
I feel happy because it's a really good purchase. It's a really good product. Like I
There it
for
is.
fucking $1.
You got it
What?
for $1?
The blue Glock that shell
Yeah.
ejecting and kicks back,
Yeah.
$1.
That
That's
was
why I was like,
$1.
this is bullshit. Yeah, I was like, this is bullshit. It's not gonna be good. It's not gonna be good. It's probably gonna be a shitty one.
It's a scam. It doesn't work.
It's fucking incredible. Are you kidding me?
It's one of the best guns I have.
I was gonna buy so many more too. I was so excited.
You're about to just hand him like $100 bill. Like, give me 100 guns. I want your entire stock.
And
Dodge
this was
Fun.
another one. They had a bunch of very obscure guns that don't have an airsoft version, but they do have them there, and they're very. This is a good size. This is a good weight. It feels good too. Like I'm surprised by the quality of it.
Yeah.
This only just recently came up on Amazon, and I can find these on like eBay and stuff. These type
You
of
could.
guns, but they're all like $70 or even more.
Yeah,
So it's just not
that
worth
would
it.
look like it's expensive.
It does because they're like collector things now, basically. Because like only some of them can be found very specifically,
Can be
only in
found in
China
the
and
wild.
stuff. Dude, this literally was 1 day shipping.
Yeah, that gun is a what was it? It's a endangered species.
It's an endangered species because it's not a real gun. The toy version is so like impossible to get. The airsoft version is no longer made, and now I have it in its full. It
I
has
can't wait
the
to
original
break that
magazine.
on purpose when I head over there for the
It-
Halloween special,
so
which is
it
coming
comes-
out after Halloween, by the way,
After
or maybe
Halloween, but
near Halloween. We can record it the week before Halloween and
You don't
upload
want
it
to film it on the
Halloween.
day?
Would it? Oh, the day of Halloween is a Monday.
Yeah.
Do you
Film
want the
it that
episode to
night.
come out a week later from Monday?
Well, we could make it a special. It doesn't have to be a Sunday upload. We can make it like a special.
So you wanted to upload it on Halloween.
Well, no, I'm not saying we have to upload it on Halloween. Like we can film it on Halloween, but we can upload it sooner than Sunday, and then we can still do
So
the actual
how much
crap
sooner
shoot.
do you want me to upload it then? The very next
The
day,
next
which is
day.
not which is November. You want me to edit a
So-
potentially multi-shot podcast crapshoot special in one day.
I think
in
we're only
in
gonna
one
do-
night if we do it
Well,
later.
I
in the
wanted
day.
it. I wanted it to be on Halloween because it was like, hey, here's the spectacle of us
Did we
sitting in
can
the front
did
yard.
James? Oh, right, chat. Turn off your ears. Sorry, not chat.
Are you
Whoever's
still
listening.
streaming this?
No, I'm not streaming this. I'm not. I was streaming earlier, but I'm not streaming now. Listeners, turn off your ears for a second. We can record it before Halloween, pretend it's Halloween, and then upload it on Halloween, and then it will be an actual Halloween special on Halloween.
Uh, okay.
Unless you don't have
Let's,
time, which
no,
it's all up
I
to
could
you.
find, I could probably find time.
Well,
You know,
you have a week from today to
JD,
find time.
I hate that I can't like explain to you properly enough, like the idea of finding time with my family and their schedules and how
If
much my
I
life
could
has
have time in a
time in a
bottle.
bottle. Like I could do so many things if I had a schedule just for myself, but because of my family, I have to plan my life
Yeah,
around
well,
them.
fuck your family.
I
I'm
wish I could
sorry.
just say that and it'd be
If
like that.
your family is watching this, I didn't mean that.
I know
It
my
was
little sister's watched like one episode at least.
what? No way. No way
Yes,
she's watched the crime series.
she's watched one episode at least.
I hope it wasn't any of the early ones because those ones were,
It
I'm
was
not
the
gonna lie,
level
they
up
were not
episode,
that
I
good.
think.
Huh?
I think it was the level up episode.
Oh, was it it was the in-person special then? All right. Which is also not as similar to any other episode that we've done.
Um, yeah,
Yeah, you
I
like it. It's
almost already
good.
broke this. I almost
What?
already broke it.
Oh my god,
It
dude.
comes so this barrel right here, this is the stock, and this entire
Yeah.
part comes off, so you can't put anything in there. But then
Mhm.
when you do take it, like once you unfold it, you can put a barrel thing in there, and it comes with a silencer. And I tried putting it in, and I realized very quickly these are not the same size, and I got very
Oh.
panicked. I'm like, why do all the photos show it in? What the fuck is this? Because it's a mock silencer and stuff.
Hmm.
And I was just like, oh, well, I wonder how it looks. I want to see how it looks. I couldn't get it in. I didn't want to fucking break the thing, so I stopped. And as I'm trying to get it out, like, because I don't tried putting it in, I realized it wouldn't go in. Like, they're just weird shapes with each other. You can
Yeah.
go in halfway, but not anymore. And it's like it doesn't sit in properly when you put it in halfway. I'm trying to get it out, and I hear a click noise.
James describing his first date. Don't worry, James. We've all experienced
The
it once.
implication.
By we all, I mean not me. So there was a weird click noise. I swear she was an android.
What?
What?
Nani the
What?
fuck?
Oh hell no!
But yeah, I almost already broke it. It's keep dropping the revolver. Keeps getting knocked over on my desk. But
Yeah, well, don't break it, James, because I do want to see it in person too. It looks cool. I want to play with it. So
yeah, you know. Oh, I missed the button.
if you break it on camera, it would be hilarious. Looks good. Looks good.
Yeah. Feel
All
good.
right, should we get some dangerousness now? All the
Let's get a
whole
little
get the
dangerous.
wholesome shit out of the way. Get that out of the way.
Get out of here. Get out of
Let me show you what I've got packing.
I was really going to save it for Halloween, but I will have the complete scripts to hand to you whenever we record the special.
Oh, and then I can look at this. The special is the Halloween special is not only going to be an in-person podcast. It'll also be us watching Transformers. The entire. It's going to be an 8-hour.
I'm going to set up a projector in my front fucking yard for us.
8-hour special. No, just take your table, move your DVD, get an extension cord, wire it into like the closest socket in your garage or whatever.
I think there are sockets outside the house we could plug into.
Yeah, it was, plug it in there, and then we'll be outside watching Transformers out in like loudspeakers for everyone to see who's in your neighborhood. Blasting it. We'll be sitting out there. multiple cameras on us. Man.
My neighbors are so indifferent to us. This is going to totally help us.
Mm-hmm. There's also gonna be maybe there's, I don't know if there's kids in your neighborhood. I don't think there's any in mine.
There are a few.
Yeah, if they decide to trick or treat, they'll walk on the street. They'll see us outside watching Transformers, eating Dave's chicken or something, and it'll be like trick or treat, and it'll be like, and it'll be like halfway through the
chicken sandwich towards him.
It'll be halfway through like the fourth Transformer movie, so we're already half dead. Half like most of our energy is drained, and he'd be like, "Oh, here you go, kid," and just
Ugh.
toss the big Kit Kat bar at his face. Anyway,
It'll be like, I don't want this Dave's hot chicken. Eat it.
eat it.
Hold the gun, by the way, audience. Hold the gun and pointed at camera.
Yeah, wow, such an amazing. You know, I have to say, James, you're just one of the best co-hosts for an audio podcast ever.
I'm a very big props guy, as I say, as I'm surrounded by fucking 80 guns.
Yeah, I'm not a very big pro. I don't have much in my room actually. I've got notebooks that I use to study, but that's about it. Nobody wants to see that.
Oh, fuck,
Let's
it
get a
fell
little
again.
dangerous, huh? Let's get a little dangerous.
Let's get a little dangerous.
So Rooster Teeth is a company.
Yeah, let's do the entire autobiography of Rooster Teeth.
Yes. Okay, let's do an audio bio, or a short one, James, please. I don't really know what this history was. Do you know what the history is, James?
I actually do, yeah.
Keep it brief then. Okay, keep it brief, case gun. Okay, please. Thank you.
So in early like 1990s, actually,
Mhm.
all the members of Rooster Teeth basically moved to Texas, like not together, but just over time, they'd all found themselves in Texas and working
Mhm.
at a call center. And then from there, they became friends with each other in one or two different ways and stuff. And then from there and there, they branched out to like other friends and they brought together and they made a bunch of just little skits and stuff. Some they were doing commercials for companies and stuff after
Uh-huh.
quitting in the call center. And then they made a little skit for Red versus Blue just from the Halo trailer for multiplayer.
Right.
They just threw it together. They didn't film anything themselves. They just threw it together and then they made like a little trailer for it. They put it out there. They weren't going to do anything with it, but then they just kept getting more and more views and people were talking about it in other cities and stuff. And it was blowing up and they had no clue like how to handle this. So they just decided, "Hey, we're going to make the show." From there, they became Rooster Teeth as an LLC and stuff. They started branching out. They were doing more commercials, bigger stuff. They're doing GameStop commercials and stuff. They're helping cinematics for like Microsoft and everything. They were blowing up.
Oh yeah, big blowing.
And then in the year 2020, Ryan Hay.
Yeah. So controversy, is that actually when all the controversy started in 2020,
No,
or was it before?
it was sprinkled in and out, you know.
Because I have to bring this up because the way I kind of absorbed this Rooster Teeth stuff was,
Yeah.
you know, back, I think it was pretty popular when we were in middle school, I would say. Maybe somewhere around there is when it was really popular, as far as I remember. So back in like middle school, everyone was watching like Rooster Teeth stuff, Let's Play, Achievement Hunter, those kinds of things.
Yeah, those were really blowing up. I think 2013 to like 2018
Yeah,
was
I think
probably what
even
people
before
will
that,
call the prime time.
even before that, I think before Let's Play was formed, because I think Let's Play was formed after Achievement Hunter.
Yes.
I watched.
Technically they are the same thing.
Yeah,
It just used to be that Achievement Hunter was where they would put any sort of off game content, and Let's Play was where they'd put all their game content.
like the official Let's Plays or something. Of the
Yeah,
game?
like this is the Let's Plays. Well, technically, it originally all started on Achievement Hunter, but then when they made Let's Play, they separated it and like, hey, here's what we do in between games. Here's our like card game stuff, and you know,
And
the
what was the difference
podcast.
between Rooster Teeth and Achievement Hunter? Are those also the same, or is that like?
Rooster Teeth put out main Rooster Teeth content, so like Red vs. Blue, the RT podcast, How to Do's. You know, there was the Joel and Adam show where they would play games but together, and they both
Right.
have to take like turns playing it.
Yeah, so I got in there when I
Yeah,
think
sorry.
Michael Jones joined somewhere around there, because
Yeah,
I watched Rage Quit, or at least that like came up in my feed and I watched and I was like, oh, this is pretty funny.
I think he
I like
started that before he
Yeah,
was part of Rooster Teeth.
he did Rage Quit before he was part of it, but I
And then
think
that's
Rooster
what got
Teeth
him the
kind of
job,
like
basically.
kind of scouted him out and was like, hey, this stuff is pretty good. We'd like you to join us, and he was like, sure. And and then he kept making Rage Quits after he joined, and those were
was
like
like
the flagship ones.
every Monday a new Rage Quit would come out or something.
Though I think that was too often. I don't
I
know
think
if Michael Jones' his heart could handle a Rage Quit every week now.
No, he's talked about it. He's like, yeah, I don't do Rage Quits anymore because I just simply cannot physically bear it.
I physically can't handle it anymore.
It's physically too intense to do this. But yeah, originally Achievement Hunter was started by Jack and Jeff.
Uh-huh.
Jack Patillo and Jeff Ramsey. Jeff Ramsey being a founding member of Rooster Teeth. And then from there, they had inquired a group called Funhouse, uh, who were originally part of Inside Gaming,
Mhm.
IGN. Uh, they were like the primary video games guys. I remember I watched a lot of their videos. I had no clue. Like when they transitioned to Funhouse, I had no clue it was them. It like took me so long to realize that these guys who had seen all these videos of was fucking Adam, Bruce, James, Spool, all of them.
Yeah, I've never really watched too much of Funhouse, so can't really say
I
anything about them.
There was a part of time where I really preferred them to like Let's Play and just Rooster Teeth in general. I don't know why.
I think they are probably still one of the most popular branches of that of
I
Rooster
also
Teeth.
think
So
currently they're the least problematic.
yeah, that speaks to that's probably true. But yeah, so that happened and everything was going great. And then
They
I'm pretty sure I heard this from our new or James's new favorite content creator, Hero Hayes video about Rooster Teeth, which is when I heard about like the recent
I haven't watched
controversies.
his video, so whatever he said, I have no clue yet.
Yeah, I know you don't like to watch other people's content and just shit on them anyway, even though you haven't watched it. You're just one of
No,
those kinds
I've
of
watched
people.
some
But
of his stuff.
so
I'm
we
just
should
not watching his new Rooster Teeth thing because all he does is make content targeted against Rooster Teeth whenever anything happens. Doesn't talk about anything when something positive happens. Very specifically, only talks about when bad things happen.
well, positive things is cringe.
Yeah,
So
positive things don't get you money and views.
from
It's
what he
just a
said,
greedy
I
fuck.
think he said something like all of the stuff that's coming out right now recently about Rooster Teeth, which was the what was it, the racism in the workplace environment, terrible stuff
Right,
happening.
right.
All that stuff was was already a thing, like way
Yeah,
back,
so
like
I was
back a
gonna bring
few
that up
years.
with Mika Burton, who was like one of the big first times like this became a real problem.
I'm not sure
She,
how long ago they started doing this. Was it like 2013 that they started having problems in the workplace, or was it
I think,
later?
well, I think it's probably always existed in a way,
Yeah, but when did
but
it
it
get like
only like
bad enough
became
to that point?
popular when like 2017-ish. Like I'm trying to think of
2017 ish.
when Mika was hired because I know it was when she left is when it was like acknowledged.
Oh, I see. So yeah, and then
So
Hero, hey, I watched his video on it. And he was like, yeah, I've been speaking about this for years. I knew about this for years, and it's it's finally becoming mainstream, and it's just they're just gonna fall down now.
yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
I
pretty
think he
sure
mentioned
he's made
something about Ruby, but I don't remember it.
I'm pretty sure he's made several videos called "The Downfall of Rooster Teeth" over the
Yeah,
past like 8 years.
probably. I mean,
He's talked about it a
has
lot.
it been downfalled? I don't know how well they're doing
I don't think
recently.
I don't think they're as popular as they were in 2018, but I think they do have more prospects.
Probably.
They
Maybe.
have
I don't
more
know.
ground to do stuff. They literally have a theatrical movie coming out
Yeah, we're now it's our turn to
for
make the
Ruby.
whole downfall of Rooster Teeth
Downfall
podcast
of
episode.
Crapshoot.
Down.
Oh, there's the episode name.
You can't have a downfall if we're at the bottom, Jays. Where
Yeah.
else is there to fall from?
Only one way to go, up.
Exactly, Jays.
Somebody get me the company
There is
card.
only
I've got
one
some
way to go
alcohol
up.
to buy.
So yeah, I think the recent problem started, I guess, at least from when I heard it, it was Ryan Haywood was the first big actor,
Yeah,
bad actor, I guess, in Rooster Teeth history,
he was
controversy history.
he was the main content, like not main, but main cast member
Yeah.
for Achievement Hunter. He was one
Can
of
you
the
list off the
originals.
main cast members real quick?
Are we talking about at the time or currently?
At the time.
At the time, it was Michael, Gavin, Jeff, Jack, Matt Bragg, Jeremy Dooley, Fiona Nova, Ryan Haywood, Lindsey Jones, Alfredo Diaz, Trevor Collins, and I think that's all at the time because I know
You
they've
heard
got
it
some new
here.
people
If you
now.
were a main cast member of Rooster Teeth at the time and James didn't mention your name, fuck you.
email me personally. Tell me how much of a piece of shit
Yeah, go
I
to
am.
James. Go to James's dead YouTube channel. Leave dislike,
Leave it
unsubscribe.
like, come tell me who you are, what you do.
Challenge him to a boxing
If your
match.
name is Ray Narvaez Jr., get the fuck out of here.
Challenge him to a YouTuber boxing match and beat him the fuck up.
No. But yeah, Ryan Haywood was ousted for grooming fans, as
Mhm.
well as he was like flying them out to have sex with him and stuff, and it was found out that some of them were underage.
Yes.
And it was also found out after this event that he had been doing this for a long time and had been called out on it before, but nobody thought it was a real thing. So it was
Right.
just ignored,
Mhm.
which is fucked. That's like
That is
really...
pretty fucked.
Oh god, I thought I had a bloody nose for a second.
I mean, you're getting a bloody nose because it's stressing you out that, you might be caught on this kind of thing one day, and don't worry, I won't rat you out.
Here's
though.
the thing.
It won't be me that rats you
As
out.
an asexual man, I never have to worry about this.
Are you sure about that?
Yeah.
Dwayne the
'Cause I
Rock
don't
Johnson eyebrow raise.
I will never get called out for something. I will boldly make that statement on a place that it can be found back on years
That
later.
50
I
viewers
will
can hear
never
you say.
ever be in this situation, because why the fuck do people keep doing this? What the fuck is wrong with you?
Well, because they're like Ryan Haywood, So
just, hey, if you're gonna cheat on your wife and shit,
if you have a
do
wife,
it with somebody of age.
you
Jesus
just have
Christ.
to cheat on some minors. If you have a
Like,
wife, that's just how it goes.
I don't like people that cheat on their wife. I fucking
You just
despise
have to
you.
be Adam
You're a
Levine.
piece of shit human being.
You have to be Adam Levine. You have to be Ryan Haywood. You have to be the Try Guys,
Adam
dude.
Cove.
I don't even know what his name was.
Ben
Ned
Fulmer?
something. Ned Fulmer.
Ben
Just
Fulmer.
listen, guys. We don't promote cheating on your wives. We all love our wives.
Adam Kovic. Who was a part of the Ryan Haywood thing because he was ousted by the same guy.
That was pretty. They were pretty close to each other. That timeline of getting ousted, right?
Yeah, it was literally the same time. Their information was posted at the same time. The sex tapes Adam made were posted. The photos and messages Ryan Haywood sent were posted.
Now that is a content creator right there, dedicated to his craft. Nothing but respect.
I didn't believe any of this was real, so when somebody posted a leak, I'm like, I fucking bet you this is all going to be fake. Because I couldn't believe that it was real, because it was like, I just can't believe that these two guys, whose personality was that they love their wives, would do this, especially with underage fans and stuff.
Oh, I just got a notification.
I saw it all.
Sorry,
I saw it all.
Not to like derail this train of dangerousness, but I just saw a notification that is my community tab open now? Maybe I can post stuff now on my YouTube. Yeah, I'll take a look at that later.
Your little community thing?
Yeah, my community tab.
Hell yeah.
Yeah,
Post your first update, downfall crap shoot.
Time to not time to never use the posting thing. Oh, I don't know if I mentioned this. Oh, I don't think
and write downfall crap shoot, JD.
I don't think I mentioned this enough. But if you're looking for me on social media, you might not find me because I don't use social media. So, unfortunately, if you want to like reach out to me, like say to me whatever stuff, that's not really going to be possible unless you want to. The best way is just leaving a comment on these videos, even though sometimes I also don't see them because I don't watch my videos either. But James, luckily James has all that kind of stuff. So, you can find him probably as whatever, James no last name. You'll probably find him on multiple platforms.
Yeah, just look James no last name. I'm not the French guy.
And I'm sure James's mental health has definitely skyrocketed since he started using those things. So honestly, you.
Since I've gone on TikTok, I've been pretty happy.
It's all fake happiness, dude.
Happy-ish.
Happy-ish.
There's
You're
definitely
just distracting yourself from the real world, James. As an asexual man, you're distracting yourself from the real world. You think by hiding yourself in social media that all those crimes you committed will just disappear into the wind?
All my war crimes.
Yeah, all your war crimes back in Nam.
Those kids who I killed
in the First World War. I mean, dude.
I bashed their brains.
Back to the Rooster Teeth stuff. So yeah, all that stuff happened, and
And
I remember when it
during that
happened because
time,
you were like really sad about it at the time.
I was really sad
Yeah,
because it was
because
a
it
really
was
heartbreaking thing. It was like it really fucked me up because it was like Jesus Christ, this is like
I
horrible, and
saw
it was
a
from one of my
comment
favorite
that
companies.
reminded me. I saw a comment on a recent controversy video that reminded. I think it was on Hero Hayes' video actually. That reminded me of what you were like during that time, where he's like, maybe we should have like a video describing all of the way it feels when your childhood like idols turn out to be horrible people. And I was like, wait a
Too
minute,
often,
we can do that.
we can do it.
Because we have you, James. You were that guy.
Yeah, that was me shadow posting.
Yeah, that was you.
I yeah, it really fucked me up. It was really hard
Mhm.
to like witness and stuff. And when that happened, some people came out and started talking about those creators, Ryan Haywood and Adam Kovic.
Mhm.
And I was really surprised by it because I'm like, oh, this explains way too much.
Way
Like
too much.
this now explains why these people no longer showed up in content before they left and everything. It was like,
Oh,
oh,
it's one of those things.
yeah, it was first it was Mika Burton and she like opened up, she was talking about like her experience with Rooster Teeth in general, and she brought up Ryan Haywood. And then there was with Adam Kovic, there was Raul Coley, the actor, who had been in a bunch of Rooster Teeth stuff. He was in a lot of like Funhouse stuff. You know, he's always talking with them. He's doing a whole video game series with them that I thought is really funny still.
Yeah.
Even with Adam there, I kind of ignore him, but like it's still pretty funny because
Oh,
of
he's
just
the
the
star of the
fucking
show
banter,
for me.
the banter between Raul, geez, almost called Bruce, Adam, Bruce and James. Just their banter together was really funny. But Raul, Lawrence Sontag, Bruce himself, a couple of other employees, and like Autumn Ferris, who was Bruce's wife,
Yeah, they all just like
brought up
leave or
they all were like in the process of leaving or like had left because of Adam Kovic and the sexual assault, like sexual harassment and the sexual assault claims put
yeah.
against him
It's I you know
before it
if
was
you
ever outed.
if you were in like their situation where you know your coworker, I don't know if they were his friend or anything, but your friend slash coworker turns out to be like a really horrible person. You know, it must feel pretty bad, uh, since you know a lot of your career depends on you know content with this person, and you have to like distance yourself from them because you can't be like caught up in the drama because it'll affect you financially, and also you know you're not that kind of person either, so
I don't know.
yeah, it must not
I
feel too
think
good for them.
Mizkif made it out pretty all right.
Well, I mean, just because Mizkiv's a
I mean,
dude, it's because
he
Mizkiv's a
literally,
good dude.
he literally covered up sexual assault,
It's
but
because
you know,
Mizkiff
he
is
made
a
it out all
good
right.
dude. You just hate him because you haven't heard the whole story, James. Listen, he was just protecting his friend. He wasn't thinking that much. Yeah, he made some mistakes here and there, but everyone makes mistakes. Even you, James. Come on, admit it.
No.
Yes, you make mistakes like covering for
Mm-mm.
your friend's
Mm-mm.
sexual,
Mm-mm.
like actual crime, but it's whatever.
No. No, I don't.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I may or may not have receipts of that. If it's just be a shame
What?
if it came out on my community posts to my
I would never ever do anything
ever
like
since
that.
my community posts feature just got unlocked today. So I mean, it's just
As an asexual, I would
I
never
guess if you're
do
watching this
anything
right now,
like
you keep
that.
your gotta keep your eyes peeled for that community post.
I wait anxiously for it. But
It's
yeah.
just like me making it like the you know the AI voice thing generator where you could turn someone's voice. You can generate someone's voice using an AI. I'll just use that for you and then make you say some like horrible shit on a community post.
I did 9/11.
Ah! I wonder how it
I
would sound if the AI voice, if you typed in that into the AI's voice and made them scream like that, just
uh,
So yeah, that
uh
was a
so
thing.
yeah, that was the 2020 drama.
Mhm.
And then that led into the 2022 drama when
This
on
year's drama. Hmm.
this year's drama on October 14th when Matt Bragg announced publicly on Twitter his position at Rooster Teeth had been dissolved.
Dissolved.
they use that term for everybody that they let go. They use dissolved instead
Yeah,
of
it's like
let
how they
go.
use graduation for the term for VTubers when they no longer work as
That's
one.
wow. That's a oof. That's bad.
Graduation is
That's not
fine.
good. Yeah, but that's like that's not even what happened. They were let go. They
They
graduated to a new
graduated.
position at the
They graduated.
company.
It's like the no, it's like the the really old show, the
Yeah,
one with
man,
the
they
dog,
graduated out of our payroll.
the one with the dog and the dude opening the mail. They used graduated too, right? Or no, they used went to college.
Are
My
you
bad.
talking about Family Guy?
No, I think it was like Clues, Blues Clues.
Blues Blues. Oh man, I love me some Clues Blues.
Yeah, that one.
Hey Clue, fuck you.
So from what I've heard about the recent controversy, which I guess is the big one, the big talker right now, is that a lot of their workplace has been racist.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, there's some
Overworked,
overworked, crunch
underpaid,
times, underpaid. That's been there for a
homophobia.
while. Yeah, that one, and also I think it was they're firing a lot of people for
A
whatever
lot of
reason.
so Rooster Teeth is under the Warner Media
Hmm.
company, and Warner Media is Warner Brothers, and Warner Brothers was acquired by Discovery Plus. Now,
Yeah,
unfortunately, because of this, a lot of companies under Warner had to fire a lot of people. There were a lot of people getting fired from Cartoon Network. There was a lot of people being fired from like other companies. It's a mass thing that is having horrible effects because they have to pay for this fucking merger. That's just really fucked the companies up in whole. Like
yeah.
I haven't seen a good thing come from this yet.
You just have to merge,
It's
dude. You just have to merge. It's like that
fucking
Scorn
Zazzalov,
ending. It's like that Scorn
Zazzalov, whatever his
parasite.
fucking name is. That parasite of a man literally deleted so much content for good. Like it's not even like he canceled the Batgirl movie. He also deleted so much fucking content that we can never have
Oh,
again
oh,
because
you're
if
going
it's
to read about Warner Brothers now.
yeah,
What
well,
they're
because
doing.
it is a trickle down. It unfortunately is a trickle down of the effects of Warner Brothers merging. That's why they had to let all these people go, and it's just really fucked up a lot of things because of it. But
Yeah,
yeah,
so
this has been a problem. The
that's like the
underpaid stuff.
general thing. What's been happening? But is there
That
like do you know any
that's the powder
specific
keg.
events?
That's the powder keg.
That was the lighter.
Matt Bragg posting his thing on Twitter was the match that blew it all up because from there it just kept fucking going.
The train
Matt
never
Bragg posted
stops.
on the 14th of October, I've been dissolved from Rooster Teeth. I'm now working part time. And then from there, other people were like, we have been dissolved from Rooster Teeth. We are now working part time. And people just kept going, what the fuck is this?
I've been
And
dissolved. I've been dissolved.
and it
Another
just
one. Another one.
it unfortunately a lot of people I really fucking liked at the company no longer work there.
Mhm.
And it's really fucking sad because these were like people who I was going at some point to apply to Rooster Teeth. I wanted to make some stuff before I applied, much like a lot of other people at Rooster Teeth did too. But I wanted to make content. I wanted to make the Hunt Down the Freeman stuff, some other content and stuff. I just wanted to make something before I went. And a lot of people I wanted to work with, like Marcus Gray
Yeah.
Lacour, who is the physical prop guy and stuff. He would make them like
Hmm.
their sets, their props for like shows and movies and stuff. He no longer works there, and that's like one of the saddest fucking things to me because he was one of the people I really wanted to meet.
Yeah. That feels pretty bad.
And
But
from
yeah,
yeah,
I knew that one of their displays of like racism in the workplace was like they called someone as a nickname as just a slur for like a long time.
so that was a homophobic thing. They called Caden Jensen, who at the time was not transitioned. They were just openly gay, I believe. Uh,
Yeah.
they called them Fugs, which
Oh,
was
that's what it was.
shorthand
Yeah, that's
for
what it was.
the gay
Mhm.
slur.
Right. That's what it
And
was.
Gavin specifically would call them Fugsy.
Yeah.
I don't know
I mean, it's
why,
just a
but
cute little
Gavin was the only one
nickname.
that called him Fugsy.
Just a cute little
Uh,
nickname that's, it's edgy, it's funny,
yeah,
behind closed
no,
doors.
no, no, it wasn't funny really though.
Are you sure? I'm
I
sure
heard it a
all of them were
lot.
laughing.
I didn't understand. I had heard them use it a lot. I'm like, oh, this is really weird. This is kind of like
What
I
does
don't
it mean by
understand what the reference to.
fugs?
I was like, I don't understand what this is a reference to.
It mean like this fug is like
Now I know.
fugly means like it's fat and
Right,
ugly, or
that's where my brain went. And I'm like, oh, is it something else? Like, what is this? Now I know. It's
now
very
you
fucked
know.
because they say it a lot. And apparently they would say the full word when they weren't recording and stuff.
What is the full word again, James?
Faggot.
That's the word. If no one knew what it
This,
was,
this is your past. This is your past.
this is your past, James.
It's
You'll
like
have
the
to confront
video.
it sometime.
It's like the videos when people are singing rap songs with their friends, and it's a white guy rapping, and then every time the N word comes up, he points to his black friend to
It's
sing
no,
it.
it's one of those it's
That's
one of
you
those
and me.
TikToks. Yeah, it's one of those TikToks that are like what was that Kanye West song about the people in Paris? What was that? What was that term?
All people were in Paris, Josh.
What was in Paris? Or so TikToks are like, I'm about to say a bad word that starts with a letter that that my head that lands on my head, and it has like the letter roulette going on their head, and it lands on N, and then like it's duoed by like a black dude who's like staring at him.
Yeah, that's you with me here,
Yeah,
getting the past to have it be said. But
I can't wait for you to try to get me to say all those slurs too, and then take it out of context, clip it on your channel, delete me from
yeah,
the
man,
internet.
I can't wait for us to be the next Vanos crew where we all say slurs about our respective groups.
A Vanoss crew of two,
Vanos crew.
and maybe sometimes Noah. He was on a crapshoot once. Remember that?
Yeah, he was on our level up episode.
I mean, there's a reason why he's no longer in any of our content. So, I mean,
Yeah,
I won't say all of it, but you know, it's been a while since I've seen the dude.
Shit that Noah has done fucked up stuff. Oh god.
I was just saying that we haven't seen him in a while. So,
Since we're talking about Caden, Caden,
so Caden was the one who was being called, or that was his nickname, was the Fug thing.
yeah, and they had left the company like a while
Mhm.
ago and stuff. They weren't a part of it, but during their time there, I think they were an animator.
Yeah.
And they had been working on Genlock, which was chronically known for having crunch, which like I think a lot of people know what crunch
Oof.
time is, but for those that don't, it is when people are being overworked and underpaid for their like work that they're doing.
Yeah, it's where like the deadline for a project
yeah.
is really close and the work is really high, the workload. So the company just forces them to keep working until the project is finished by the deadline,
This is
which
ironic.
puts a lot of stress on the body, but a lot of stress on the mind. And yeah, it's not a good thing.
This is ironic because Rooster Teeth has a live action, just one season of a show called Crunch Time that I think they made near the same time. They had like 2 years straight where they were making a ton of live action content, which is still really good. And I don't know why they didn't run with a lot of it. Like Crunch Time
Did it like just not popular, or was it just?
it was all first content, and it was like they made a ton of first content, but people weren't watching it, and then they stopped making it, and people were like, Rooster Teeth's not making enough first content. And it's like, no, they did, and you fuckers just didn't watch any of it.
First fans be like,
First fans be like, no, you can't just not make first.
no,
content.
babe, please stop. You can't just stop making the content. Crunch.
Crunch time, go burr. But yeah, they there was a lot of crunch for Genlock, which I think it's a great show. I haven't watched the second season that they put out, which
I thought
has
you were
no
about to say
crunch.
it's a great method.
No, it's not a great method. It was a good show. I see where the crunch came from because there are so many like clear changes. Like this was not made in the choppy frame rate they made it, but after Spider-Verse came out, they went back through, they made it choppy, they changed fight scenes that move with it, and so it's like there's so much clear crunch and stuff.
Mhm.
And a lot of people lost their jobs after this.
Yeah.
I think Caden might have been among them as well. Among us.
Yeah. Bottom text. So yeah, and another funny thing about Caden that I seem to remember, which it was a video you sent me that not only was so I'm not sure what pronoun I'll just say they used
because they've transitioned now. I just say they.
Yeah, so they were what was it? So they were the ones being called fugly in the no, was it fugs in the fugsy in the workplace. And it just so happens that Caden was Like he sent me a video of a past like let's play they were doing or something like that where he was
It wasn't even
commentating
a
on the
Let's
gameplay.
Play. It was from Caden's personal channel
Oh yeah. So
where they were
Caden's personal
playing with like
channel.
two other people.
Hmm.
They were playing some fucking game. I can't even remember.
Yeah, I don't remember what game it was either.
Some 8-bit game.
Hmm.
The quality is really bad, and you can tell that in the first clips where like they're talking, you can barely hear them.
It sounds
And then
almost like
like
a
only
podcast episode where they're just talking about some random stuff, almost like us.
it
Uh,
really was.
yeah, it was like it's like if we were talking about some random topic that comes up in the crash shoot, and then all of a sudden racism.
If we both put on some Xbox 360
Yeah,
headphones
if
and
we
just
were
started
talking about how bad Halo Infinite was at one point, and then and then like it's 2 seconds later, we're talking about the Cleveland show, and then we're talking about the Cleveland show, and then all of a sudden calling them the N-word slur,
yeah,
full
the
word
N-word
hard
Family
R,
Guy. They're
referring
Family
to the
Guy, but
Cleveland
with
show.
N-words and stuff, and it's ooh, it's really really
It's
fucking
not
bad.
flattering.
It's
It's
not
certainly.
good,
It
and
is
a
not
lot of
good
people.
because it wasn't like a joke either. I don't. It
No,
didn't
it
feel like
was
it was a
there was
joke.
some animosity behind it because then
Yes.
they also started targeting.
Yes, like
Uh,
maybe it would have been a little bit better if it was like a sarcastic use of it, or maybe like not
doesn't
full
excuse it.
hard R kind of thing. It doesn't
Doesn't
excuse
excuse it,
it. Doesn't
but it
excuse
would
it.
have been not
It
as
could have been,
bad.
yeah, not as bad, but it's still, you know,
And then
well,
they like
at the way they used it, it was a full serious slur. So
and then they went on a tangent about black people as well that I can't even remember. But it was like I just
they
remember
did
being
go on
like,
a tangent. I think
"Oh, oh,
I
this is
didn't watch
bad."
I didn't watch much after they started saying the word.
I
They only
watched the
said it
whole video.
twice. They only said it twice, I think, but
It
I didn't watch
doesn't
the
get
full
better.
thing.
I've watched the whole video. It doesn't get better as you watch on. It
I
just
think
gets
I watched far. I
worse.
watched far enough for them to say like the Cleveland show is just like a bad version of Family Guy, and it was just filled with N words and stuff. So
I
that was about
agree
it.
that it's not as good a version, but I think it's better than Family
I
Guy
think
now
what they were implying though is that it's a worse version
because of, yeah,
because of them
it's.
because of the race,
I don't think that's.
which is I don't think that's the reason
Sorry,
why
I'm trying
Cleveland
to.
show's
My
worse.
brain, my brain is like, no, no, no. Talk about your feelings on the Cleveland show real quick. I'm like, no,
Yeah,
no, we're supposed to
well,
stay focused here.
talk about your outer feelings. Don't talk about your inner feelings, James. Okay, don't
I
talk about
just,
your inner feelings.
I was never a Family Guy fan, but I
Yeah.
didn't like Cleveland show better. I thought there were things about Cleveland show that were pretty good, but I didn't think the show itself was better.
Mhm.
And I was happy when he came back to Family Guy because I really missed him being with the other
I
characters.
don't know. I didn't ever watch the show, so.
I did. And that's
And what
my
would you say about
thoughts.
the people in that show,
White
James? There's some particular word that you want to say about the people in that show, James?
bugs.
Man. So yeah, that
And
came out.
so
So it's just like it was just like oh no, Caden, that sucks. It's
it was a
horrible for you to
fucking
experience
slam
that.
dunk
And then
because
after that, yeah,
Caden was on a warpath. Like
I saw
attacking
I saw the
Rooster Teeth.
comments in that particular video. It was like 6 hours ago. Someone posted like,
Yeah.
you know, I've always hated Caden. And I thought they were a terrible addition to Rooster.
Firstly, that person's a fucking jackass saying that. No shot.
Yeah, I think what he said. I might have quoted it actually. Oh, hold on.
While Jay's looking it up, I'm gonna. Kate, this was like a real slam dunk because Caden was really focusing on like they were the main spearhead for like attacking Rooster Teeth at the moment.
Sorry,
And
I wasn't going out to do anything. It was just my mother talking to me.
oh,
But anyway,
gotcha. I thought you were looking it up.
no. I won't look it up. I don't want that in my search history. Anyway, I was looking at the comments, right? And one of the comments was like something, I think it was something along the lines of I regretted the fact that I hated Caden when he first joined Rooster Teeth because I thought it was like a bad thing, but now I regretting hating him when he joined it.
Yeah, and see, I'm hearing them use the him pronouns there, and that's kind of telling me what I
Yeah.
need to know because Caden has been out as trans for a while now, so it's not like this is a new thing that people got to get used to. It's like this has been a thing.
Oh, my
This is
bad. He didn't
your
use the pronoun. He just said Caden. I did quote it. So it says, so I felt bad that I hated Caden in early Achievement Hunter, and now I feel bad that I felt bad that I hated Caden in early Achievement Hunter. The internet was a fucking mistake. That's what it was.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so my attacks on them will be redacted because they did. I'm just getting my information secondhand. So you know what, JD? You're
Yeah.
actually the transphobe. You got caught in
I've been
4K.
outed. I've been outed. COD 4K.
Welcome to the club,
I've misused the pronouns, and now people are hating me on the internet. What happened? It was
JD.
all going so
There's a
well
mob
before
in
I
your
made
front
my
yard
community
already.
post where I accidentally called Ezra Miller a he, and now everyone's
Oh,
gonna attack me.
what are you trying to do? Start a fight?
You know what? I don't like Ezra Miller. Huh? I know that you endorse Ezra Miller and you like everything
I
that
I
they
liked
did,
Ezra
but I
Miller.
don't. Okay.
What was that, JD? What was that?
They? I said they. You can't catch me on this. I'm too quick. I'm quick with it.
Yeah, sure. I'll just wait for it to be uploaded tomorrow.
Uh,
Dun-dun-dun,
yeah, like anyone's gonna be
dun-dun-dun.
watching 50 minutes into the episode.
It's just me. But yeah, Caden got outed for doing this, and they were getting called out for doing it. They had made like Twitlongers and stuff. By the way, whoever fucking made Twitlonger, fucking bank. Those couple of days that Rooster Teeth was fucking going wild,
Yeah,
man.
they were
Every
liking it.
every employee made a Twitlonger. It was insane.
Mhm.
But yeah,
The
Caden got
comment
called
on
out.
it's like the comment on Caden's Twitter is just like, hey, so you know one of my favorite shows, TV shows, is the Cleveland Show, but yeah, I was just blanking on the term they use to to refer to those people.
Yeah, just real quick, remind me, how did you describe it?
Just a quick reminder, what was the description of them?
Yeah, just a real quick reminder. Tell me what you said.
You want some cookies for $2 million, and then how about 1 million? I want to take a pic.
But yeah, it's okay. Got called out for this, and then some newer members of Rooster Teeth were addressing Caden for saying this stuff. They were like, "Hey, this is really fucked. You realize that, right?"
I should
And
also
they
mention that some of the main cast of Rooster, like the Golden Boys, they were also participating in this like
so
toxic
yeah, I was
workplace environment.
sorry.
They
We were
did issue
getting
apologies. I haven't seen them yet, so.
Jeremy and Michael, who have issued apologies about it.
Mhm.
Caden said to them directly, I have forgiven you a long time ago, and I still forgive you now. It is okay. I understand. Because I think they were just genuine friends. And
Mhm.
to them, it was a joke. It
Yeah, it's
wasn't
like
like
I can make homophobic comments toward you, and
JD,
you would
I'm
know,
outside your fucking house right now with my briefcase gun.
and
Do not tempt me.
you would know that I'm just joking because I don't actually believe in that stuff. You know it.
JD, I'm at your window.
I'm
Say a
outside your
word.
window, and I want to take a pic.
JD, tell me, do you hear this coming from outside your window?
It would be
But
hilarious if I actually did hear that.
I so Michael and Jeremy, I've seen them be forgiven by Caden, but
Mhm.
I don't think I've seen Gavin and Jeff be forgiven. I know they made a statement. I don't think anyone said Jack was making any of these claims.
Maybe he's just a good guy.
Jack is genuinely, I think, one of the like most sincere people still working at like Rooster Teeth and stuff.
I have
They're
my doubts.
he's
It's
he's
only a
always
matter of
very
time.
happy. He's always very lighthearted. He's like a fucking Disney kid adult.
That's exactly what
Uh,
people said about Ryan Haywood.
I never said anything. I never made such
Well, it's only a
claims.
matter of time, James. The fame, the fortune, it all gets to your head eventually.
I
Even us.
became.
If we had a podcast that had drawn in millions of views,
I looked in the
who would
mirror
have
that
known
day.
what happened to us?
I looked in the mirror that day and I saw who I really was.
It was me, Barry.
A balding white man named Ryan Haywood.
It was me, Barry. I was the one who called them thugs.
Sorry,
What's that Seth
that
Rogen laugh?
Ryan Haywood laugh.
Oh,
It's not too far off. But I haven't seen Jack say anything, and I don't think anybody else was at the time a main cast member other than them. So they were like forgiven for it. Mika Burton also brought up how Jeremy was like, or not, she didn't bring it up. Jeremy specifically brought it up that like Mika had brought up how the N word was written on a whiteboard. and Jeremy addressed it. He was like, I was explaining to Gavin the plot of the Jeopardy episode of South Park. I was like, this is really fucking dumb. This is so stupid. I don't think it was that
Yeah,
clever.
this is so stupid. I hate these people as he's pointing toward the word on the board.
No,
No.
it was supposed to be like something something naggers. Like people are nagging.
Oh yeah,
But
nagging.
in the episode,
Say that three
Stan's
times
character.
fast.
What was that?
No, not don't ignore me. Yeah, you'll hear it when the episode
I'll
comes
hear it
out.
on the
Right?
rewatch.
Yeah, you'll hear it on the
I'll clip it.
rewatch.
I'll clip it.
Sure.
I'll make a compilation of our most problematic moments this episode.
No, you won't.
I will.
You say you do a lot of things, but you
I
actually do it.
will. I
James.
will make it.
I
You
still
wait and
remember when
see.
I still remember maybe 10 or so episodes ago when you were like, "Oh, next week new celluloid slaughter coming out,
That
guaranteed."
was not 10 episodes ago. That was much longer. You know that. You know
But is
that.
anyone going to fact check it, or do they believe me or over you, huh?
I will.
Would they believe me or you?
I'll fact check it.
Believe me who actually when
done
I say things are going to
investigations into
happen,
my own-
things happen, or are they going to believe you when you say things happen and they don't
Much like
happen?
Rooster Teeth, I've done investigations into my own company, and I
I'm
found
sure
no
you have.
wrongdoing.
I'm sure you have. Have you investigated this company, huh? Well, do you know how much I've sacrificed for this company?
But yeah, Jeremy had brought up how he had said that, and he's always felt very bad about it because he wasn't trying to make racist comments towards Mika. He was just trying to explain the thing, and he's always felt very bad about it. Mika again said she forgave him then, she still forgives him now, and they're good friends and stuff. So Jeremy is on the good and good. I don't think anybody else has said anything,
Mhm.
but they all were participants in it in one way or another. And unfortunately, that's just the fucking case.
Well, I mean, it's
There's so much other stuff that would have to be a whole episode, and I don't want this whole episode just to be devoted to that.
sure. I mean, we will stop it here. If you want to hear more about that kind of stuff, there's other videos. I recommend Hero Hey. I think his videos were.
I don't recommend
pretty-
Hero Hey.
I think if you wanted to hear about all of the actual news that's happening, then hop over to Hero Hay's channel.
I think
And you can-
Alana Pierce put out a really good statement about her treatment at Rooster Teeth and stuff. She was another person that had quit specifically because of Adam.
Mhm.
But I think she's also technically doing part-time now for Funhouse.
Oh,
Because she's in a lot of content again, and it's really nice. She had a podcast with some other either prior or still going Funhouse members, and I've sent you the clip, and they're always very fun. So I think she's still on good terms, and she still works there because he's now gone, but only part time. But she put out a statement that I thought was really good. There's a lot of people. If you go to Twitter, you'll find a lot.
probably.
But
I don't use Twitter, so I don't know that much.
there are a couple
This
of
entire
accounts that
episode, I've just been
like.
trying to get James to, feel worse about himself. In the
And yet
in
I
the
just
whole
don't.
lyrics.
I guess
And he says he doesn't, but I have a feeling that he does, and it's a successful mission. I think he just really enjoys doing these episodes, and also feels bad about himself for doing them. So
no.
what else did you want to talk about, James? You want to end it there?
So we don't have to talk about Greg Lands. I'm just gonna really quickly bring it up.
Sure.
It's been a trend going around very recently. It's being brought back up. Greg Lands traces his art, and it's all very obvious tracings too. He's using memes even.
Yeah.
The fucking old
Wojak
man-
drawings.
The old man grabbing his heart is literally.
That was really funny. I think was it me who sent you that picture? Yeah, it was.
It's so good. There's just a lot of there's a literal action figure that he used for Mr. Fantastic once. He reuses a lot of the same faces he does normally and stuff. And there's nothing wrong with tracing if you're using just reference in general.
Yeah.
But he's not using reference he made on his own. He's just using shit he found on Pinterest or something.
Just using
Which is
the exact same
okay.
picture, pretty much.
Yeah, and there's this infamous poster he did that has a bunch of characters on it, and it's just every person, every pose, everything is just stolen from Zor. Even other people's art that aren't him, he just stole it.
Mhm.
And he's also very infamous for tracing porn.
Over the, so he using his porn imaging over the
He
comics
he's been open about it. He's addressed it. He does do this. He takes a screenshot of porn, and then he'll just use the reactions and stuff so,
for his comic book stuff.
for his comics. So that's why you
Yeah,
always
it's
see
pretty
like
funny.
it's very fucking funny.
It'd
It's
be
like
hilarious if that was his entire like identity as the comic book artist, is that he
it
uses
kind
like
of
porn
is.
references.
It kind of is though. Like everybody knows him as that. He there's a very infamous Sue Storm going, "Mom," but she's like making the weirdest fucking reaction face.
Mhm.
Almost every time a woman is screaming in his comics, you could very tell. There's one that's just straight up like a woman being fucked. It's really weird.
You know, it's
It's
like,
really
see,
fucking weird.
Greg Lands was the original Gal drawing her face. So there you go.
But yeah, that's just a real quick. Like he just really just fucking steals shit. He's not that great. His art's kind of flat,
I beg to differ.
ratioed.
I think his
Uh,
art's a lot better than your art.
Well, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying I'm as good an artist as Greg Land. I'm just saying I'm not fucking tracing
Dude,
shit. So
we should get Greg Land to draw
yeah,
our VTuber
JD,
models so we can.
JD, if you just straight up take somebody else's thing and just completely trace it, yeah,
we need to
it will
get
look better than the thing I drew by hand without reference.
We need to get Greg Lands to draw us, commission us some VTuber models
We
that we can
should.
claim that our VTuber models were made by Greg Lands, and it's like based off porn or something. Like the reactions that are rigged in are porn reactions.
I really gotta want to see if we can do that. That'd be pretty fucking funny.
All right,
But
so
yeah,
that's it.
moving on from there, Daryl Brooks.
A name that I'm pretty sure most people haven't heard of. I guess,
It's popping up currently, like it's
is it
building.
popular on like TikTok or something? I don't. I've never heard of it.
It's blowing up on TikTok. I had to move from TikTok when I was watching it because the person I'd seen it, like the first person I got like my information from, and I just watched their videos on it.
Mhm.
They kept making a fucking noise the entire time that bothered the shit out of me.
What was the noise?
Every 5 or so seconds during their videos, they would make the weirdest like popping noise. Like if you've never, there's this very specific video that before I ever got TikTok, I would get these videos marketed to me when I would watch a TikTok somebody sent me, like, hey, join TikTok, you can watch videos like this. I'd get a video of a person popping a tonsil stone out of their mouth, and
Oh,
that was the fucking noise.
oh, it was.
So that's why when I was listening to this, every 5 seconds I hear that goddamn noise. I had to fucking shut it off. Like I was so invested in this
Sounds
trial,
pretty
but
gross.
it bothered me so fucking much every time I
Tonsil
heard
stones
it.
are kind of gross. If you have them,
It's
man, get
so
away from
gross,
me.
man.
You're gross. You're
I
disgusting. How could you?
I don't have them, but I'm always super fucking worried that like because I don't like I can't reach that far back in my mouth to even check.
I mean, my mouth's not that big, so I could see. Can't you just see it, right?
Well, like it's also like it's in a pocket in like the back of your fucking throat and like stuff.
Mhm.
So like you kind of gotta push it out to see if like you have it and stuff. You should really feel discomfort from right there, and that's how you really know and stuff.
Oh,
But
if you like
because
never pop them out, will it like eventually like
I think it can like
develop an
I know
infection or something?
it's just buildup of bacteria and like leftover like residue from food. That's all it is and stuff. So
Yeah,
that's why you
which
gotta
is
clean it
well,
out because it's like
that's
that's
why
like
it's like
in
kind of
between your
gross
fucking
because it's.
it's like in the muscles of your face and stuff. So it's like
Mhm.
you should get that like popped out, but I don't think it's gonna kill you if you leave it in. I don't take what I say as fact. I'm just saying what I think.
Yeah, I
I
mean,
don't think so.
neither of us have tonsil stones. I think so.
So,
Oh well, don't listen to
but
us
yeah,
about that.
I went to YouTube. I watched a bunch of the trial and stuff. I was familiar with the case previously because I know Charlie brought it up when they
Really?
had arrested him. I'm pretty sure it was Charlie or somebody else that had brought it up, but they were like, and you'll never guess how they caught him. He made a rap video with the same truck he used to hit people and wore the same clothes. And it's like, oh my god,
You know,
it's
and if you think that's dumb, well, it is
it
because I
is.
watched that clip of the trial that James sent me, and he doesn't strike me as the smartest dude in the world.
He's
So
not. And dude, the photo of him fucking staring down the judge, it's
so
it's
good.
It's so good because if you aren't aware of what this trial is, you'll think, "Oh, this man's been slighted."
It's like those
This
random
man,
selfies you send me. That it looks kind of like that,
it really is.
where it's like you're staring, but instead of you staring at like a person, you'll just be staring off into the ether with that face.
That really is what my selfies are. I don't like taking normal photos, so I'll just stare off and I make the Daryl Brooks face that he makes.
Yeah, he's like mad dog in the judge.
I like the
He's
security
really
guard
angry. And it's
behind
like,
him.
yeah, it's like scrunched up mouth and like the eyes are wide open, but the eyebrows are like furrowed.
Narrowed.
Yeah,
But yeah,
quite funny.
he's staring on the judge, and if you don't know anything about the trial, you'll think, "Oh, it's the world's against this man. This man's been slighted.
Yeah, I don't know anything about the trial.
It's all against him. This man killed 6 people and injured 60.
Injured
Like,
60 and killed 6.
yes, he drove
I want
through a
to take a
parade
pic.
full speed. It was a very horrible event. And when questioning one of the victims, he was talking to them, and he was like, "So you didn't get a good look at the guy in the car's face." And the guy, like on the stand, the witness, he's like, "No, I didn't get a good look at Daryl Brooks' face." And he's like, "I don't consent to being called that name, by the way." Every time somebody says the
Huh.
name Daryl Brooks, it's a tactic he has. He doesn't want to be
Yeah,
identified as Daryl Brooks, so they cannot convict him as Daryl Brooks,
that's an
which
interesting
he
tactic.
is Daryl Brooks.
That's an interesting tactic. I don't think it'll fly very well though.
It will not, because nobody gives a shit.
Yeah, no one cares.
The judge fucking ignores it every time he says it. It's so good. But he's
I
grilling
don't
this
consent to
witness.
be.
The witness is like so fucking patient, and
Is
they're
he
like,
is he representing himself? Does he not have a
yes,
lawyer? Okay, that's what it
he
was.
refused to take a lawyer.
Okay.
And like he's talking to the witness, and the witness is like, "Yeah, Daryl Brooks nearly hit me." He's like, "I don't consent to be called that name." He's like, "Okay, whatever." Yeah, I didn't see the driver's face. He's like, "Why wouldn't you try to take a look at the driver's face?" "I was trying to move out of the way of the vehicle." "Why would you want to move out of the way of the vehicle? Wouldn't you rather have gotten a look at their face, so that way you can know who it was?" And he's like, "I was trying to get my kid out of the way of the car. I wasn't really focusing on trying to see who was in it." He's like, "So when the car passed you, why didn't you look?" He's like, "I didn't know the car had passed me. I was still running with my kid." And it's like, this is all fucked. It's so fucked.
It's. I mean, the questions you could say that they're stupid questions, and a lot of my professors and a lot of your teachers probably have told you that there are no stupid questions. But I disagree. There are stupid questions, and stupid questions deserve stupid answers.
Objectively, yes. These are
Objectively,
really stupid
there are
questions.
stupid the questions. Hmm.
And he brought up on his ex-girlfriend, who, when he did this, a fucking bombshell of a way of doing this, he brought up photos of his child.
He has a kid. Yeah.
He has a kid with her. He has a kid with other people. Um, but this
What a
woman
successful kid.
specifically, the bombshell that was dropped when he did this. Firstly, he didn't put these photos in Discovery, and there was no real reason for him to bring them out, except for emotional damage, because he's like a horrible abuser to this woman. He brings
Yeah.
up these photos. They take the photos from him to show to the state. The state is like, yeah, these have no relevance. And also, I think what he's trying to do is to, in some way, prove that she is a bad parent.
Uh-huh.
But in reality, if she has any reason to be a bad parent, is because this man had sex with her when she was a minor,
Oh,
and he was
that's-
not.
that was quite something.
And he just starts like having a fucking tantrum when this is brought up.
Yeah. Was that the clip that you used? That was the TikTok clip you sent me. Was the one where that gets brought up?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it turns out he's like a sex offender.
No.
He's a sex offender, and he's like, no, that's not true. Those are lies. All of it are lies.
He talks into the camera of the courtroom. He doesn't talk
Yeah.
to the judge. He looks into the camera when he's saying all this, by the way. It cuts to him, and he's staring into the fucking camera. He knows what he's doing. He
I mean,
understands.
yeah, maybe he's trying to like convince the audience, and maybe like, oh, the people behind the cameras are on my side. But like the way he's doing it is just, no. This
He,
makes him look even more crazy when he's just staring into the camera instead of talking to the people around him.
whenever the judge is talking to him, he stands up and he looks straight in the air. He does not look at her. He's such a fucking child. And also, they removed him from the courtroom at one point. It's so good. Because
They can remove him from the courtroom even though he's defending himself. There's just no one to defend him then.
he refused to have anybody else. He's so upset.
Or to like, I get the tactic. I get the tactic. If he's like, you know, you have to have a person defending you, but if you refuse everyone and you only have yourself, they can't remove you, right? And if they remove you, there's no one defending you, and that might be an issue.
The thing he's trying to do is that
Of
he's
course,
trying
he
to
does.
prove
The
that
execution
the judge
doesn't
in
work.
the court is biased against him. That's
Yeah.
what his tactic is,
Yeah.
because he's trying to elicit emotional responses and stuff. So he's
Mhm.
trying to claim that them removing him from the courtroom is an emotional response. And he's like, "Why have I been ejected from the courtroom? Why have I been like evicted from like being a part of this
This
case and stuff?"
proves that all of you are biased against me
Yeah,
and
yeah,
not
he's
giving
like
me a
saying stuff
fighting
like that.
chance. You're spouting all these lies and not stopping them from saying these lies. I mean,
And she's like, "What are the three ways we can handle someone who's being unruly in the courtroom?" He's like, you can put them under like detainment and stuff for whatever the fucking thing is. You can do the other thing." And he's like, "But that's what you're doing to me. You are evading me from the courtroom." And they're like, "No, no, no. We are just putting you in another courtroom so we can control your outbursts." And he's
no,
like,
no, no. You can't have
well,
the ice cream
no,
right now
no,
because
you
you have
see,
to eat your dinner first. If you have to eat your vegetables, then you can eat the ice cream, okay? Okay, little Johnny.
okay, little
No,
Daryl.
I want to eat the ice cream.
No, I want to harass people.
No, I want to have sex with minors.
Oh no, JD.
Don't clip that out of context. I swear, if I see that
It's in
float
the
around,
clip. It's in the clip.
if I see that floating around, no, I'm cutting out of the episode. That's not going up. What did I even say? I don't remember at this point.
Yeah, man. You know, it's almost as if you're trying to coax me into quoting you. I'm Daryl.
I would
Brooks,
never.
JD.
I
I'm
would never
smarter.
do something like that. Do you
I'm
not
better.
consent? Do you not consent to be named James? No last name. Do you not consent to that name?
Objection, Your Honor. Uh-huh. On what grounds?
If you
On
guys
what
enjoyed,
grounds?
you should like, subscribe, and you'll catch us every
Watch the Daryl Brooks
Sunday.
trial. Just watch the Daryl Brooks trial. It's
James
it's
wants you to
insane.
watch the Dervish trial. Is it insane? I don't know. I haven't watched most of it. I've seen a clip of it. I thought that clip was insane.
I think it's as entertaining as that
It
first
is. It is a
heard.
clown show. It is like it's a circus.
Wow.
Well, yeah, I don't have any social media. If you want to see, if you want to find us on social media, you can find James on social media and tell him to tell me stuff, and that'll work, I guess.
I am going to be posting on my TikTok about how I'm doing some custom props for the Hunt Down the Freeman. I'm going to be doing like the same way I'm doing the helmet,
Yeah.
the red versus blue helmet. I'm going to be doing some videos like updating on the Hunt Down the Freeman stuff. So
You can catch me on streams. I stream on Twitch. That's another platform
find
that I'm
JD on
on.
Twitch at
Yeah.
GizMeWorks.
Sometimes I'm on playing games or whatever. I know that sometimes. Yeah, I'm a gamer. Bring us out, James.
Yeah, I am a gamer. I say as I commit horrible atrocities.